crying? You ever feel alone? You ever feel like crying?
Mudvayne is set to release its new album on December 21st, and it harkens back to an earlier style for the band. The band also wrote the new record very close to songs laid down for the new game, which came out well over a year ago. Mudvayne vocalist Chad Gray talks about returning to a similar sound to that found on their 2002 release, The End of All Things to Come.
I think that's just where we're at. You know, I mean, we don't, like I said, we don't question a lot. I think that's just where we're at in our whatever creative bodies. You know what I mean? There was a level of I think that there is some retrofitted vibes on this, like leading back to kind of the early, you know, LD50, End of All Things to Come. You know, not saying that we wanted to write those records again, because we didn't. We can't write those records again. We're, you know, 10 years older than when we wrote those records. Those days are long gone. You know what I mean? But I think that we're still capable of that style, and I think that this new record is like a progression of what Mudvayne's been doing for the last 10 years. But I think that there is that kind of retro kind of element in some of the signatures and some of the parts and some of the heaviness. I think we kind of got back to that.
Chad and guitarist Greg Tribbett said that when news of more material broke, fans thought they'd pull a System of a Down scenario where they intentionally released 2 albums in a year.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're thinking, because I don't know what the hell I'm thinking. You know what I mean? It's just like, we just wrote the record to have an ace in the hole, kind of like just to have a record in our pocket. And, you know, our pocket was full with that, and now we're spending it. You know, it's like, we're blowing our money right now. We're just putting the record out.
The misconception, though, was once people heard about it, they thought we were coming out with a dual disc.
Yeah,
You know, and then
that's true.
Okay, it's going to come out 4 or 6 months later. You know, and none of that was ever, I mean, I think we've ever said that, you know, but as soon as it hits the internet, there it goes.
I think there was a level of that hypnotized, mesmerized kind of vibe. Like, oh, they're recording a record now, so it's got to be coming out in 6 months. You know, they're going to be following suit of somebody else. And that's just not our way.
The duo said that there's been quite a lag between writing and releasing their last 2 albums, The New Game and the new album, Mudvayne.
We basically wrote the new game, went on tour with Hell Yeah for 8 months or 10 months. When we got done with that, we were going back to Mudvayne World, and there was like summer festivals that were going out. We weren't a part of them. It was too late to get on anything. We thought, you know what, we can compete with these tours that are going out, which is kind of an exercise in futility. I mean, you want to be a part of them. You don't want to have to go up against them. So we said, you know what, let's just use our time wisely, and we just decided to go in and write. So just use our time to our advantage. But we wrote, and then we recorded as we were doing all the setup and the press and the promo and this kind of stuff for the new game, and that was the challenge.
Mudvayne's self-titled album comes with custom blacklight reactive packaging with artwork done by renowned tattoo artist Paul Booth.
Ever dance beside the devil? Taste the barrel of a gauge? Ever pull the